Welcome back, and happy Wednesday evening to you.
Here we are.
Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca right there in the boxes with me. He just said that he didn't know that weather was in the newscast.
Nobody told me weather was in the show.
No one told you this?
I am not prepared.
This is this is news to you.
No, we're here. We're excited to bring with you this weather forecast because we got a little bit of everything for everyone today. Here's a live look from Domenico's on the wharf. We can see a little bit of a ripple on the water today. There's some wind that's been blowing out there, but otherwise it's been a nice day. Lots of sunshine, a few low clouds here and there. Still a little bit muggy out there. And I'm going to take you back to the very end of June. If I was working, I was on leave for a little while, but I'm back, and normally I would show you the month ahead, the weather you normally can expect. I wanted to share those numbers with you, even though we're a couple days into July here. So this is July normal weather here across the Central Coast. Here are your highs for various cities, your lows right here, and the normal amounts of precipitation. You can see most locations are in the upper 60s to low 70s. See if I can make my name go away. There we go. So you can see King City, mid 80s. King City, one of the warmer spots during the month of July. Our low temperatures are typically in the mid 50s. Keep in mind, last night we were close to 60, so we're a little bit warm for this time of year. And look at our normal precipitation for the month of July. 0, zip, zilch, nada. If we get anything, typically it's a couple hundredths of an inch of drizzle. And a rare occasion, we might get some moisture that sneaks in from the south, but typically we are in our driest month of the year. But the wind is back. Typically the winds also die down during the summertime, but we'll have it for the next couple of days. Gale warning goes into effect tonight at 9 p.m., lasts through 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Wind gusts up to 35 knots from those near coastal waters from Point Pinos down to Point Piedras Blancas. That area under the gale watch, or warning rather, through tomorrow night, so conditions will be hazardous for mariners. How about on land? Well, today it's been breezy. We're looking at 30 miles per hour in Soledad, typical in our inland valleys this time of year. Gets gusty in Hollister this time of night, San Juan Bautista as well. You're going to be a little windier tomorrow. Winds will pick up a little bit tomorrow and probably into Friday as well. So the next couple of days, a little extra gust out there. Area of low pressure off to our north. This is a weak trough. It is slowly fading away in a couple of weak areas of high pressure, one over the southern central states of the U.S. and then one out over the Pacific are kind of molding together here, and this trough's going to get pushed up in the Gulf of Alaska. And then high pressure is going to dominate, which is going to mean much warmer temperatures, especially for inland areas. On the coast, it may be a different story because with our deep marine layer we've been experiencing the last couple days, where we've seen all of these clouds moving into the valleys, etc., it allows for a lot more vertical mixing. If the marine layer is deeper than the mountains start playing havoc with that layer and don't allow it to stabilize all that well. So we actually get vertical mixing on the coast during the day, which warms us up. But when the marine layer gets pushed down, when like high pressure is over us, it doesn't get over those mountains. So you're sitting in these kind of stable pools in between the mountains of where this air can go, and you don't see a lot of vertical action, and it actually cools down. So it's one of those weird things that happens right along the coast that you don't see much elsewhere in the country, where oftentimes we can have a weather system that would normally heat everyone up will cool us down at the coast. And that's going to be the case as we head through the weekend. In the meantime, we have that deep marine layer still, so a lot of low clouds out there tomorrow morning across the valleys, inland, along the coast. We'll see partial clearing tomorrow afternoon. Winds shifting a little bit more to the northwest tomorrow, so we'll see more likelihood to see the clouds on the south side of the bay. Santa Cruz should be sunny for most of the day tomorrow, but you'll see stronger winds and a few extra clouds along the peninsula as we head through the day tomorrow. Here's a look at your temperature forecast. We're warming inland and in the mountains. Highs in the 80s to close to 90s in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Down along the coast, still pretty comfortable. Low to mid 70s for the Santa Cruz side of the bay. East shore of the bay ranging from the 60s in Marina to 70s in Aptos. Will be in the low 70s, Salinas to Watsonville, 80s, Hollister up through Gilroy. Over to the Monterey Peninsula, a little cooler tomorrow, mostly in the 60s, but really seasonable temperatures. This is where you should be this time of year in Monterey, right at 67 degrees. And then farther south, warming inland with some low to mid 90s in our southern valleys, but most of the Salinas Valley in the 70s and 80s. Carmel Valley, mid 70s, pretty comfortable day there tomorrow. Over the next 7, here's what you got going on. Temperature is pretty consistent on the coast for the next couple, but as I mentioned, that marine layer will stabilize with the ridge building this weekend, and I think we'll be in the mid 60s on average and probably see an increase in those low clouds, which actually could linger through the day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So right now we're looking at the potential return of some no sky July. We've had a few days like that so far this month and a few more on the way. Inland areas again heading the opposite direction though. High temperatures heading upward above normal for the rest of the week through the weekend into next week. It'll be windy in the valleys every afternoon. There might be some fog in the valleys, but otherwise lots of sunshine.